What is going on, Governor? It's Chisgule here, and today we're going to watch multiple flag assaults. We've got video of multiple fort takedowns. That's right, fort takedowns. If you like KVK Madness, you should definitely like and subscribe, because we filmed a lot of the first 4 days of the pass opening in our KVK Insanity experience. So, this is the point where we start to experiment with different captains for defending flags. You can see we're sending now Yi Song-ye Expertise with a Frederick I, who is 5-5, and then the rest doesn't matter because those skills are not at all relevant. What I'll point out is that I really wish this commander was Expertise so we could compare apples to apples. Maybe if they were Expertise, it would be a great commander to have in the flag. But I'll tell you now that I found the 5-5-1-1, or whatever, my Freddy is at the time, to be kind of unimpressive compared to some of the other options that we had available, which was surprising to me. But if you look at the raw damage associated with an Expertise Minamoto compared to a 5-5-1-1 Frederick, then, yeah, it starts to come together and make a little bit of sense. You can see here we're trying to make our way over to the flag. They're trying to bully us, but it's not possible given that we can just jump around between cities, and so we're just going to do that a little bit now. Some maneuvering from city to city, boom, boom, boom. Then get our troops into the flag. There we go. Now, what you may witness in this video is a technique that will change your life forever, and that is, and if it's not this video, then it's definitely going to be another one soon, and that is putting different types of commanders into a flag and boom, 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 swapping between them based on what's happening. Let me explain. In your perfect world, you'd fill a flag with all infantry or all archers, and you'd have the appropriate commanders associated with that. Here's the rally coming in, by the way. That was not the case at, let's see here, this is 6 in the morning that this is happening. Right? Everybody's exhausted. It's totally crazy. So what we can do is we can swap back and forth between those commanders if we see fit. It looks like we really should be doing that right now, and we're not, which I find sort of disappointing. Anyways. Oh, the rally ended. Okay, it didn't matter anyways. Wait, I thought there was a rally. What just happened? All right, well, there was a rally. It's gone. Maybe that's why we didn't switch. Point is, you switch between them based on what's happening. So I found that Charles and Richard was a lot better at the one-on-one craziness of rally versus flag. But the second that they've got folks surrounding the flag, then Yi Song-ye AOE is definitely a better play, so you can get all those sweet free kills. So Yi Song-ye is a better pick if you're going to get all those free kills around the flag. Now, you can see here the VYG fort is being built, and Kingdom 52 was starting to really pressure this. The problem is that I don't know if VYG has a bunch of flags leading up to here so that they can actually reinforce it properly. And here's the rally coming in. They've got El Cid and likely Yi Song-ye as a secondary. Interestingly, it's mixed troops. There's even siege units in that rally, which is an interesting choice for a rally that you are launching at the start of KVK. Now, we're running around between different flags. At this point, the intensity of the rallies has slowed down against endgame, which is good. Good for us anyways. OV's got their fort building, but we're making our way over there with those flags. As I mentioned in a prior video, we're going to make our way over and we're going to attack that thing. We're going to try to bust up that fort. Now, we've got our Richard headed back to our city to get a refresh on troops. Quite frankly, you don't really need the refresh on troops in order to captain more flags. You can just go from one flag to the next flag, even if you don't have a full army. All you need is your captains in play, and you're good to go. So now we're sending more folks over to the flag to captain it. We'll have a video coming up really soon with all the builds that we were using, which commanders we think are the best and the not the best. And let's see here. We're getting a little bit chased on our way over to this flag, but this is one of those moments where I'm just loving that 20% extra march speed on Charlie. And in the build that we are actually using right now, we don't have a lot of march speed. We really don't. So we're working off the back of Charles Martel's expertise skill for that 20% march speed to get to where we're going a little bit more promptly. A little bit more promptly. So we're sending our infantry back over. And I believe at this point we're going to try to get closer to a full infantry defense. Here you can see, bada boom. We're rocking that sweet dodging. Hit boom, dodging again. And then boom, dodging again. I mean, it's nearly impossible. Sure, he hits me once or twice, but we get into the structure easy peasy. We get into the structure easy peasy. Now, if you check off to the side, look at all those flags, baby. We can now rally. We can now rally the OV fort. And that, if that hasn't already kicked off, that's definitely about to happen. I believe it's Raider Arc, or yeah, Raider is going to launch that rally probably. He's all the way at the tip of the spear over there. Here, we're getting rallied. We've got our infantry holding it down. Rally gets canceled because they realize, like, this is a bad plan, and I wish they'd continued that rally because, yes, in fact, that would have gone really well for us. And cutting forward, Death Squad ended up leading that rally. Boom, taking out the OV fort. Wish I had more footage of that, but I was kind of all over the place defending flags up top while that was going on down south. Now, OV fort down, feeling good about that, but our attention is still needed up top. We are by this flag. We've got archers in here, and oh baby, Yi Sung Ye at the helm. Look at all of them clustering around this flag. We scout somebody to get that War Frenzy buff back up. We now have a 10% token active. I don't know at what point we realized that, like, oh yeah, we don't have our 10% token active, but we do now. Rally's about to hit. We've got reduced graphics on to make it less likely that we crash. I call for refilling, and boom! Look at this AOE. Boom! Every time we're doing that, we're getting kills. AOE goody kills. Oh, baby. More reinforcements coming. Wish we had swarmed the rally. Oh well. Folks teleporting in to support. Folks getting into the flag. And I wish that, folks came to, like, battle outside the flag. They really needed to draw the enemy in toward the flag, right? So at this point, what we should have done is dumped our Richard and Charles into the flag and swapped the commanders over to be Richard and Charles. But this rally, I mean, this is going to go really, really well for us here. This is going to go really, really well. Noon's making his way back over, so he's going to start to get hit by that AoE again. Boom. I mean, Noon doesn't really care about the deaths, but the numbers sure do look awesome and are good for morale. Okay, so let's see if we get a look at this report. Here we go. Report? Yeah. Okay. We have 138,000 dead. They had 220,000 dead. They've got just, like 10,000, 17,000, 20-some thousand here and there all throughout along the way of additional deads just around the action here. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. And there's a lot of T5s dying too, by the way. So here I am just looking to see, like, what was actually in the flag. Looks like we had a lot of archers, which is a pretty sweet configuration. Pretty sweet configuration. Meanwhile, DFH has got their fort building. We're going to spend a lot of time, even when we go to bed or go to work, we're going to spend a lot of time defending this flag, this fort. In some amount of the time, we were just like, I'm not going to be able to look at the game for, like, 8+ hours. I pop on a peace shield and, like, go to sleep or go to work, right? But I drop my captains in, which we'll see either, if not in this video, then definitely in a later video. We got a ton of footage helping out DFH defending that fort. Now, there's some amount of open field combat going on around that fort, and, it's probably going to get rallied pretty soon. I have to think I'm going to head over there to help them pretty soon to make sure that they've got a T5 captain at the helm. Once again, if you don't have a T5 captain at the helm, just forget it. Don't defend it. Just save your troops. It's not worth. If they rally a T5, then you've got to have a T5. It's just, don't bother. Now here, this flag looks like it got solo attacked for a second. Someone may have decided maybe that was not the best choice. I request to be made the captain. Boom, we're in the flag. And we're not, there we go. Now we're captain. I think we've got other folks off in the archer flag over there. And we get a look down south here, because this DFH fort should be in trouble. Should be in big trouble. And we see here Slouty is rallying it. He's got a rally going with Charles Martel at the helm, which is a choice that I don't understand at all. I guess you could use, like, Charles with, like, maybe Freddy as the secondary to, like, elevate the damage and then boom, 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 hit him with the skill attack afterwards. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm not sure who the secondary is here, but that rally gets canceled. And, smart choice to cancel that, because I don't know that those were the best commanders. Now, that said, I don't think they've got their T5 captain yet, so we really need to make our way over there. Assuming that someone else already hasn't, then, it's entirely possible that someone already has made their way over. We were at these flags for, like, I don't know, half a day, but it felt like weeks of my life. Maybe a day. Anyways, rallies in. We've got Isung Ye at the helm, probably Winamoto as the secondary. Oh no, it's Freddy. We're testing out Freddy, which again is a combo that I thought would be really awesome, but turned. Yeah, I don't know. I really thought like Freddy could have been good with Isung Ye, because Freddy just does so much skill damage, but it wasn't there. But boom, AOE doing some work. Oh my goodness. Honey Badger mode engaged by noon, and we're just enjoying the AoE kills. Now, I'll be honest, like, we got to dump a lot more troops into that flag to keep it full. That is, I mean, they're doing work by having all those armies hitting and putting on all those debuffs. Noon ultimately calls it off because he realizes, like, yeah, that AoE probably is hurting more than I'd like. I mean, I'm just guessing what Noon is thinking. Hard to say because he's never actually ever responded to any of my messages, including when I'm like, hey, that was a good little bout of combat in the open field, whatever. So here we're defending this flag now with Richard and Charles. They back off after, it went pretty well for them. Oh, this is the flag they were swarming. Look at all those kills from AoE. Look at all those kills from AoE. Hard to, again, view the reports because every time I get scouted, it kicks me back to the top of the report. Anyways, okay. Now we make our way over to another flag, Rebel Scum at the helm of that one, which is kind of a cool name. Rebel Scum's a T5 that joined up with Endgame, brought a couple friends, and here we are again, defending another flag. Me calling for some reinforcements, making sure people know. Rally gets canceled. Pretty smart choice, because we would have really wrecked them there. Obviously the advantage goes to the defender. The advantage goes hugely to the defender. And, like, while to some extent I care about severely injured troops, and slightly, like, severely injured troops as in, like, I got all this healing to do, but it's all about deaths. The reason you're engaging in flag attacks and defenses is to try to get more deaths than inflicted on the enemy than they'll inflict on you. Okay, here we see we've reinforced that flag by DFH. We've got Legion all around it supporting. Here, VYG is now surrounding the SPE flag, and this was really interesting. This was a race to the finish, okay? This was a race to the finish. They've got 12 minutes to finish their fort, and now VYG has a flag building, and the flag has like 2 minutes to build. So theoretically, there was a window in which someone could teleport in, start a rally that's a 5-minute rally, and they'd have a 4-minute window to take out the SPE fort. Really big deal. Right down to the wire, honestly. Right down to the wire to take out this SPE fort. Crazy. Now we're surrounding the heck out of this fort, so we're really, really well positioned here. We're really, really well positioned to make this rally happen. At this point, I'm communicating like crazy all over the place. Like, who's leading the rally, and like, are they ready to teleport in? And they've got all their troops back in town, and no, they haven't scouted, and like just making sure, like, boom, 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 everything's in place to launch this rally. The second that it becomes launchable, 10 minutes left on the fort. Okay, 10 minutes left on the fort. Flag, 17 seconds left. Okay, this is a race to the finish. This is a race to the finish. We're watching 2x speed, by the way. There we go. The flag finishes, and boom, Locos teleports in. Rally is set. Now people are joining the rally. Down to the wire. Down to the wire. Now, this is going to go incredibly well for us if they allow us to rally it because, look, they cannot reinforce the structure at all to defend it. They have no hope. And they're going to make a choice in a moment that I think is pretty smart. If you were in this position with SPE, what would you do? What would you do? Would you take the rally? What other options do you have? What other options do you have? So we're watching here, anxiously looking at the clock to see if we're going to pull this off. Anxiously looking at the clock. Again, we're at 2x speed in this video. 2x speed in this video. Folks are moving over. It looks like Theses on the screen here. That's a member of Legion in VYG. Jup Jup is a member of Faceless in VYG. I might have missed it. If you blinked, you would have missed it. But I'm pretty sure they canceled their fort. You see, it's gone. They canceled their fort build. They canceled their fort build. They said, F it, we're going to get wrecked. Let's just cancel. And in our next video, we'll continue with what you see here, which is Slouty likely to launch more rallies on the DFH fort. If you've enjoyed this installment chronicling what happened in Continent 107, you should definitely like and subscribe because, we're doing that and showing the things that we did get on camera. And until next time, my friends, you have fun smashing the kingdom.